Hello, boys and girls. Are you ready for math? Today, we're going to talk about putting two sets of numbers together that equal 10. And you've done a great job at that so far. You may remember last week we did the up to 5 with the pigs and the cows, and you found different ways to make 5. Today, we're going to use our Unifix cubes, and we're going to find different ways to make 10. I'd like you to find a red crayon and a blue crayon. You're going to need those for today's lesson, and let's get started. You're going to actually see me do today's lesson a little differently. Because the papers are turned sideways, I'm going to use my other projector and you'll see it portrayed here on the smartboard. So let's get started. First, let's take a peek. I see that they've already done some of this for us. If you see, they have colored 4 cubes blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them are blue. You also have some red cubes. Let's see, it looks like they've done 6 for us. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So go ahead and trace over that 6 right there. Now, if we have 4 blue cubes and 6 red cubes, we are going to have 10 cubes altogether. That is like saying 4 plus 6 equals 10. Now that's not a skill that we've worked on yet, but it will be coming up in kindergarten. So using symbols like plus and equals, we've talked about when we compare numbers that word equals, but what's on this side of the equal sign is going to be the same as what's on this. It just might look a little different. We have to use 2 digits here to make the same as 10 on this side. So if we were to count them all together, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 4 blues and 6 red equal 10 cubes. Go ahead and trace that 10. Make sure when you're making that 0, you're starting at the top at that blue dot. There are no letters or numbers that ever start at the bottom. Okay, so let's look down here at the second one. They've done this one for us too. There are 6 blue cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are how many red cubes? 4. So let's trace that 4 and we'll double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we have 6 blue and 4 red, we have 10 all together again. There are still 10 cubes. Now, I'm going to write this again. Now we have 6 plus 4 equals 10. Boys and girls, this is what we call a flip. So it doesn't matter if which cubes come first and which cubes come second, we're always still going to have 10. So if let's see, 6, have 10 cubes. Let me show you my 10 cubes real quick. If I have 6 blue and 4 red, I have 10 cubes. I could flip it though, and I'm still going to have 10 cubes. It doesn't matter which way, if they're standing up, going this way, or red's first, it doesn't matter. We're still going to have 10. When we get to addition, we call this a flip. 4 plus 6, 6 plus 4, they both equal the same answer. They both equal 10. So you're getting an early introduction to what a flip is that we'll work on as we get through kindergarten, but you're already a step ahead of everybody else. Good job, boys and girls. So let's go ahead and turn our page in our workbook, and now we are on page 194. 194. You can see that they've done the first one for us. They have 9 blue cubes, and I wrote something in here already. They just have 1 red. So just go ahead and make that 1 over here. If we have 9 blues and 1 red, we have, what's 1 more than 9? We have 10 cubes. Now here's where the blue and red crayons are going to come in. I need you to color 8 cubes blue. And I would like you to start at the beginning, just so we have a visual. And here's what I like to do. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know I have to color all the way up to here. So I can trace these. And some of you might like to color them individually. Miss Vogel's going to color a little bit faster because you don't really want to see me color. But if you need time to color, what can you do? Can you pause the video? Touch your screen and you can pause it for a minute. So I colored 8 blue. That means I have to color the rest of them red. So how many are left for me to color red? 2, good, 1, 2. So go ahead and color those last 2 cubes red. And we're gonna go ahead and put that 2 there. You can do it with a pencil. I'm gonna do it with a crayon just so that you can see a little bit better, as well as if you write with crayon and you make a mistake, you cannot erase it. And I have been practicing just a little bit longer than you, so I'm not too worried about writing in crayon. But if we have 8 blue cubes and 2 red cubes, how many cubes is that going to equal in all? 10. So if we have 8, we can go, what comes after 8 when you're counting? 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 cubes all together. All right, let's move on to number 3. How many does it tell us to color blue? It tells us to color 7 of them blue. So let's go ahead. I like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know I have to color all the way up to here blue, and I'm going to trace on that dotted line and go ahead and color in there. You go ahead and color yours in there. Okay? Now, if we color 7 blue, how many are we going to color red? Let's see what we have left. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 left. So go ahead and trace those 3. And let's go ahead and we'll color that in. And we're going to record it. There are 3 red. So if we have 7 blues, 3 reds, how many cubes do we have all together? Well, let's do that quick count. How many were blue? 7. So if we know these are 7, there's 7. What comes after 7 when you count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10, a 1, and a 0. There are 10 cubes all together. Let's flip your booklet over like a pancake. And let's work on this. If you want to pause my video and you want to try and do some of this on your own and then come back and check, you can, or let's work through it together. It starts with 5 blue cubes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am going to color 5. I hope in your brain it's already thinking, well, if there are going to be 10 cubes and there are 5 blue, I wonder how many reds there will be. We have 5 blues. The rest need to be red. How many reds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know, we practiced yesterday with those eggs and sets of 5 and 5, 5 and 5. We have 5 fingers on one hand and 5 fingers on the other. Then we will have 10 altogether. So we have 5 blue, 5 red, and if we add those together, 5 and 5, if we count them all up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 cubes. Right? Let's see if you know what to do. How many blues? You're right. So let's mark them out. There are 3. There aren't as many blues this time. That leaves a lot for us to color red because we have to find out if we have 3 blue, how many reds will we have? Let's count them. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So let's go ahead and trace those cubes and go ahead and color them in. And we said there were 7. So we will go ahead and make a 7 here. So we have 3 blue, 7 red, which leaves us how many all together? Well, start with 3. We know there are 3 blue. 3, let's count on. What comes after 3 when you count? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 10 cubes. All right, there's one more to go here. It starts with how many blue cubes? 2. Go ahead and trace your first 2 blue cubes. That means that the rest have to be what color? R-E-D, red. So let's see, let's count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you remember how to make an 8? What letter do we make first? We're going to make an S and cross. So go ahead and trace those 8 cubes. And we'll color those in. Two blues and 8 reds equals how many all together? Let's see, we say 2. What comes after 2? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 cubes all together. Let's flip on over to our very last page. And here, we're going to use, we could use some dominoes, but Miss Vogel's going to go ahead and give you some, tell you how many dots to put in there, okay? So for number 7, you see a purple rectangle and a purple rectangle. Whatever we put in here, it has to equal 10. Let's go ahead and start with probably one of the easiest that we've been practicing the most. Let's do 5. So if we put 5 counters here, like that, put them in the 4 corners and 1 in the middle, and we put 5, then we would have to put 5 over here. So that means we have 5 and 5 more equal 10. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It equals 10. Let's go down to the next one. And on this one, let's make 6. 1, 2, 3. And then over here, right across from them, 4, 5, 6. And we'll put a 6 on our line right there, okay? Now, if I put 6 here, I need to know how many more I need. So I'm going to count on. So if I say 6 and we're counting, what comes after 6? 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. So how many did we make here? 4. So 6 and 4 equals 10. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're practicing counting on. We have one more to go, boys and girls, number 9. Let's start with 1. Are you ready? Put a 1 there. Do you know how many cubes we're going to have here, or how many counters we're going to have here to equal 10? Let's see. 1, what comes after 1 when we count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 3 rows of 3. Do you know how many that is, counting by 3s? 3, 6, 9, or we can count by 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 1 plus 9 equals 10. Awesome job today, friends. Your homework today is much like that. You're going to use blue and red, and you're going to complete these like you did before, and a couple more on this side. The only thing I want to remind you, make sure somebody is helping you read the directions, because there's one number that is greater than the others, and also or less than. And so I think it's greater today. You'll have to circle the number that is greater. So how'd you do? I think you did fantastic. Keep up the great work, and I hope you're having fun in math. See you tomorrow.